นะครับของนายกรัฐมนตรีพลเอกประยุทธ์จันทร์โอชาในการประชุมสุดยอดอาเซียนครั้งที่ 34รวมไปถึงการประชุมที่เกี่ยวข้องนะครับจากโรงแรมดีแอทที่นี่ครับ
ขณะนี้นะคะนายกรัฐมนตรีค่ะพลเอกประยุทธ์จันทร์โอชานะคะพร้อมด้วยนายดอนประมัติวินัยรัฐมนตรีว่าการกระทรวงการต่างประเทศก็ได้เดินทางมาถึงณบริเวณห้องแถลงข่าวแล้วค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ Dear friends from the media, I'm honored that Thailand is the chair of ASEAN and host of the 34th ASEAN Summit and other meetings. I'm pleased to have had good discussion with other ASEAN leaders. Now allow me to speak in Thai. สำหรับการพบปะหารือกับผู้นำอาเซียนและการหารือกับผู้แทนธรรมชาติรัฐสภา
met with representatives of the ASEAN Interparliamentary Assembly, ASEAN Youth, our new generation, as well as the ASEAN Business Advisory Council. These meetings gave us a good opportunity for our ASEAN family to move forward together to create a people-centered ASEAN community that leaves no one behind and looks to the future.
ภายใต้กรอบของแนวคิดหลักของการเป็นประธานอาเซียนของไทยก็คือร่วมแรงร่วมใจก้าวไกลยั่งยืนซึ่งผู้นำทุกท่านก็ให้การสนับสนุนอย่างเต็มที่นะครับสำหรับการประชุมสุดยอดอาเซียนได้เริ่มขึ้นตั้งแต่วันที่ 22 มิถุนายนโดยมีการประชุมแบบเป็นคณะและต่อเนื่องมาในช่วงเช้าของวันนี้นะครับ
and was followed this morning by the retreat session. The leaders supported Thailand's initiatives and undertakings to enhance sustainability for ASEAN in all dimensions. This will enable ASEAN to respond to changes and challenges such as the Fourth Industrial Revolution, climate change, and competition between countries outside the region. ASEAN's work over the past 5 months under the chairmanship has been guided by the Thai theme. We have focused on enhancing sustainable security, promoting seamless ASEAN connectivity, and pursuing sustainable development in order to increase ASEAN's strategic value added and bring about regional stability and prosperity. And the intention of the ASEAN leaders to do all of this has been reaffirmed through the adoption of the ASEAN leaders' vision statement on partnership for sustainability. And in efforts to create a sustainable and safe region for all of our peoples, ASEAN agreed to focus on the issue of marine debris, which has a widespread impact on the well-being, the health, and hygiene of people, as well as on marine animals and resources. The summit, therefore, adopted the Bangkok Declaration on Combating Marine Debris in the ASEAN region, which demonstrates ASEAN's commitment to addressing the problem of marine debris in a serious and sustainable manner by supporting innovation and ideas, building capacity in research and the application of scientific knowledge, as well as encouraging the involvement of all stakeholders. And we had a comprehensive discussion on this matter. In addition, in order to respond to emergencies and disasters, ASEAN, about a few days ago, Cambodia had an incident where a building collapsed, and we extend our condolences to the lives lost. So to respond to disasters, ASEAN leaders launched the satellite warehouse under the Disaster Emergency Logistics System for ASEAN, or DELSA. And we have also included the ASEAN Center of Military Medicine as a subsidiary body under the ASEAN Defense Ministers meeting in Annex 1 of the ASEAN Charter. Both centers are located in Thailand. The meeting attached importance to ASEAN awareness raising and the promotion of an ASEAN identity among the peoples of the region, which is a priority area of work. We place importance on all peoples, no matter their age, their gender, the young, and the elderly. The ASEAN leaders also adopted the ASEAN Leaders Statement on the ASEAN Cultural Year 2019, and there will be activities to celebrate this throughout the year. a network of ASEAN associations in every ASEAN member state. This is an initiative of Thailand, will also be established. ASEAN also values the participation of all stakeholders, including the ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly, youth, and the private sector, and seeks to promote their continued engagement as a reaffirmation of the importance of a people-centered and inclusive ASEAN community. And in ASEAN, of course, you are all aware that we have peoples of all levels, educational levels, income levels, so we must work hard in order to benefit all equally. The summit agreed with Thailand's initiative to reinforce ASEAN's leading role in the conduct of relations with external partners in the region. So we have developed an ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, which is significant as ASEAN now has a common approach on the issue. This was in response to the free and open Indo-Pacific concept, as well as other concepts from other countries. And so this is ASEAN's response in a constructive manner. And it is how ASEAN has integrated and created a perspective on competing frameworks. And this is to promote ASEAN's role in bridging the Pacific and Indian Oceans, and it was a proposal that I made to the East Asia Summit in the Philippines in 2017. In this connection, I wish to express my appreciation to the President of Indonesia, who has played an important role in driving the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific. And this outlook is anchored on universally recognized principles as mutual trust, mutual respect, and mutual interest. It supports a rules-based approach, as well as the principles contained in the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia, or TAC. ASEAN believes that cooperation under the Indo-Pacific concept should be based on inclusiveness and ASEAN centrality. It should also complement existing frameworks of cooperation at the regional and sub-regional levels and generate tangible and concrete deliverables for the benefit of the region's peoples. The summit also reiterated the importance of strengthening the regional economy. Thailand reaffirms that we wish to accelerate conclusion of the RCEP negotiations this year, as it will help ASEAN manage change and uncertainty in the region, especially as regards the trade tensions between ASEAN's important trading partners. In addition, ASEAN is pleased to have a new ASEAN Secretariat building in Jakarta, which will be officially inaugurated on ASEAN Day, or the 8th of August, 2019. And this new building will enable ASEAN to work in a more effective manner. And finally, I wish to inform our ASEAN peoples that today the leaders supported the shared wish of ASEAN to develop a joint bid to host the FIFA World Cup in 2034. And in this regard, I wish to invite all ASEAN peoples to collectively support the national football associations of ASEAN member states with a view to realizing this dream together. As regards the trade tensions, this will be discussed at the upcoming G20. ASEAN member states, there will be 4 ASEAN member states participating: Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, and Vietnam. And we will continue our cooperation, putting forth our views to the meeting, which will also be attended, of course, by the leaders of China and the United States. And it is ASEAN's hope that the concerned parties will hold discussions in order to alleviate tensions. So on behalf of the Royal Thai government, I would like to thank all of you for supporting Thailand's ASEAN chairmanship and the 34th ASEAN Summit. In addition, I thank all agencies and the people of the Kingdom of Thailand for rendering their support and contributing to the success of this summit. And it was to the satisfaction of all leaders in all dimensions: hospitality, the cultural performance, and logistical arrangements. The meetings took place according to the schedule placed. And we also expressed our congratulations to President Jokowi on his re-election to the presidency for a second term. And it is good for us to be able to continue work with all of the leaders present. I would also like to thank the media for their interest in and reporting about this summit. And in November this year, Thailand will host another ASEAN summit and related summits, and this time with the participation of leaders from outside the region. I wish to inform you that the ASEAN leaders will jointly push forward cooperation under ASEAN for concrete outcomes to strengthen ASEAN from the inside out. We pay a lot of attention to this, and I especially emphasized this agenda and the importance of having a roadmap, the importance of prioritization of our work agenda. And all leaders are seized of the importance to undertake work to the best of our abilities so that the people will benefit in the most rapid manner. ASEAN will also have to enhance its strength by banding together, by speaking with one voice as well in the international stage. All leaders reaffirm that they will work together. They all expressed their views and opinions on the challenges that we are facing: cybersecurity, the need to address problems associated with social media, human rights, the laws and legislation that are needed and that are relevant. These, and also we focused on the needs of the young, on caring for the young, on caring for the elderly as well. If we can undertake this agenda, if we can speak with one voice, then ASEAN will have enhanced bargaining power on the international stage. Our trade, we are a trade power combined, and if we can conclude the RCEP negotiations, this will be the largest FTA in the world. And I also had an opportunity to discuss the issue of palm and rubber with the concerned countries as well. They have and the leaders reaffirmed with me the need to continue discussions on these issues in order to solve existing problems. As regards energy, we placed importance on renewable and green energy. This is important for all of our countries. Waste management is also another important issue. So these are the issues on which we need to move forward, and therefore the meeting was very useful in that we had an opportunity to discuss frankly, openly. All leaders were satisfied with the meeting, with the food, with the hospitality. It's not too hot in Thailand at the moment. The spouses had an opportunity to visit the Royal Barge Museum, and they were given a demonstration of the barges. The leaders also express their congratulations to Thailand on the royal coronation that took place in Thailand at the beginning of May. It was a beautiful demonstration of Thai culture and a tradition, something in which all Thais can be proud. And we are all moving towards a globalized digital world of innovation, so we also must in turn adapt to those changes, and we must work together. So I wish to thank everyone involved, those involved with organizing the cultural performances, wait staff, floral arrangement staff. The leaders enjoyed and appreciated every detail of our hosting of the summit, so I really must thank all involved. The chairmanship, of course, comes around every 10 years. It is an honor. It is also a duty, so we must undertake it to the best of our ability. So we must I think that this just about sums up the big picture of the discussions that took place in the summit. It is also a summary of the past 5 months of our chairmanship. We look forward to the next summit in November, where there will be leaders from outside the region, dialogue partners taking part as well. This will be a strong foundation for a stable ASEAN community to move forward together, advancing partnership for sustainability. And this morning, I gave an address at the opening ceremony outlining the need for us to work together, to move forward together in cooperation and partnership. There are mechanisms to address the problems and the challenges that we face, both nationally and domestically. And this year, come November, there will be even more progress. We took on the chairmanship from Singapore, and we will continue the good work of Singapore and previous chairs as well.
And there's also a joint intention and political will, which is the determination of leaders, and this has to be consistent with our political policies as well. All of these things have to lead towards implementation and to concrete results, and have to be in line with our international obligations, both old ones and new ones, as well as our attempt to finalize RCEP within this year, which will be the first tool in enabling greater trade and greater investment. So these are my hopes. I'd like to thank you all again. And there'll be another session, which is the IMTGT, which concerns connectivity between 3 main countries, Thailand, Indonesia, and Malaysia. And it will also be connected to other countries in the region in terms of infrastructure, digital infrastructure, rules and regulations, and smart cities. So all these matters will be discussed this afternoon. Thank you all. If there are any additional comments or any additional queries, and these will be answered by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Thank you.
Please kindly be seated for His Excellency the Prime Minister's departure.